and then I'll start mine. Yep, we're live.
All right, guys, we are live. In 3, 2, 1.
Yep, now we're on Facebook too. All right.
All right, guys, welcome to our first live performance from Cigar Chat. My name is Kelvin, you can follow me on Handlebars and Cigars out on YouTube and on Instagram. And to my right,
William Hart, and from the world famous Cigars.
the world famous Cigars. I said it once, I say it 1,000 times. This is the baddest man cave on the planet. So again, welcome to the Cigars and our Cigar Chat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start first, and I'm going to break it over to Will. We got a real exciting program for you today. I'm definitely super excited about what's in store today. How about you?
Heck yeah! I'm totally excited for today.
So guys and gals, keep those comments coming in. Let us know what we're doing. We always want to try and make this better. And shout out to we just watched the Freestyle Live
from Drew Estate.
So quick shout out to them. I know they was experiencing some technical difficulties. Hopefully you guys are seeing us loud and clear, or back in my old signal days, 0105. For you guys that was in the signal call, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. What I want to do right now, though, like we do on every program, I'm going to give some of my shout outs here. Before I start with that, I want to let you guys know we are on not one but 2 platforms. We got YouTube going on with Handlebars and Cigars, and we got Will's platform, which is
the Cigarage on my Facebook page. Hopefully you'll be joining in. I see I got 3 viewers already, so people are tuning in.
Good.
All right, excellent.
So we're picking up some steam and momentum. So I want to give out some shout outs from the YouTube side for some of our viewers that commented on our previous episodes. And I'm going to start with my main man again, my best friend, Jason. He loved that last episode. It was very educational. He really liked the fact that we kind of went more into some of the basic things in the cigar, especially how we broke it down so it's understandable for our new cigar smokers, which was
excellent.
And I love the fact that he chimed in on that. We had another person chimed in, Cigar 423. He said, "Nice job, guys. Keep it going." And once again, my man, I say A1 from day one. We got Shot Proof.
There we go.
99.
You got it right. You got it right.
Shot Proof 99. He hit me up. He said, "Man, I just saw this video. I was going to his Cigarage to enjoy a nice smoke." So shout out goes to you, Shot Proof. I do got a couple of more I want to kind of shout out real fast. Let's see. We also got my cousin Ken from up north, up in the Web York. He gave us a shout out. He said, "Good job, guys. Keep up the good work." So I want to turn it over to Will. I know he want to give some shout outs and some acknowledgments to some of his guys.
Yeah, definitely. So huge shout out to Mi Familia in the Dominican Republic. Thank you for tuning in. My family in Germany, thank you for tuning in. And my family in Florida and Virginia for tuning in. And of course, my brothers of the Leaf, can't forget you guys, Mark Artino, Kenneth Landre, Bill Foley, and of course, Corey Avlord. Man, I got to visit that adult treehouse of yours. And I got to kind of go back to like episode 3 where we were talking about a couple of flavors of cigars, some funky flavors. Because we heard, leather and wolf. Well, Corey had said, mulberries fertilized by neutered hamster pits. KFC smells like a bunch of campers on Sunday morning reminiscing about the night before. I mean, I'm loving this stuff. Catman's review, a cigar tasting like blue stick.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm really not going to get into that. It sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, sure does.
I really don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
but believe it or not,
I can't go there on that one.
But we actually did have Frankie Dranks from Sticks and Sips.
Oh, nice.
Give us some comments, too, on a couple of cigar things that he kind of got into. And it was 7th grader gym socks, a whiff of sweaty kegs, and burnt ends and mustard finish. I mean, like, can you get any crazier than this? So,
guys,
that was my thing.
I tell you what, if y'all haven't had a chance to check out episode 3, do me a favor, check that out. Guaranteed you guys are going to have a laugh. on that particular episode. And also, too, if y'all heard any weird descriptions that people were saying or mentioning about the cigars, kind of leave a comment below for us, and we're going to read them off on this program tonight. So, without further ado, we do have a special guest in the house today. And I think we might have mentioned it on our previous show. What we like to do is kind of give cigar review and cigar information from different perspectives. So the person that we have coming in here today, this person actually is a business person, entrepreneur, and an avid cigar smoker. So without further ado, we want to introduce Nye Pierce to the table to come down and sit down and chat it up and smoke it up with us. Come on down, Nye.
All right. First true guest of our chat.
In
You
the
know
cigar,
what?
in
Let
the
me
cigar,
make sure she has her.
Cigarage.
You got your ashtray too.
Okay.
You got your drink going.
There we
go.
There we go.
So first of all, we'd like to welcome you to the program, Cigar Chat.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for taking time out of your day to come and visit us here on our program today. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask you some questions, have you give us your perspective from a female point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Especially within the cigar smoking industry, we know it's kind of a male-dominant type of industry, and we wanted to offer a different point of view and a different perspective, especially for some of our cigar smokers, one that might be female and also might be new to the cigar smoking game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you ready for some questions?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bring them on.
So first question for you, Nye, is this: how did you get introduced to cigar smoking? How did that start?
Well, I've been a cigar smoker, officially a cigar smoker, for a little over 12 years. So I'm a cigar enthusiast, I'm a car enthusiast, I'm a sports enthusiast, so all of that comes along with the process. I've always, I guess you can call me a tomboy in a sense. I've always had a lot of male friends. I've always been in the mix, love football. After celebrations is generally what's going on. Cigar smoking and champagne toasting. So that is how I kind of really got introduced to it. And then being in the South, I'm originally from Michigan, but I've lived in North Carolina now for 22 years. So it's really big here in comparison to other areas, like far as, of course, Atlanta, here in Charlotte, Houston, Texas, Dallas area. So once you kind of get in the social scene of things, you kind of see a little more of it, and then the growth of women is definitely increasing. So when I started my business 4 years ago, I initially started as blogging, and so I've always been into the fashion and the style of things. So I've kind of focused it on women who were cigar smokers. I call those my regular fashionistas, and the men who are cigar smokers were my gaffer gents. So I would highlight the lifestyle of cigar smoking, as far as the social events, doing different things. It's so much more now with cigar smoking than from 4 years ago. But that really kind of pushed me into it a lot more, as far as my knowledge base, meeting other cigar makers, being in different groups, and just a lot of different stuff. Really, it educates you and it improves your palate while you're trying out different cigars and all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's more social. It's more acceptable, I guess, in a sense. Women have a lot of curiosity. It's no different than women coming into the football industry with refereeing and commentating.
Absolutely.
So we in this thing. We in all of it.
That's great. That's great. So
I just couple of viewers.
yes.
You got to speak up a little bit.
Oh man, I'm not talking loud enough.
You're not loud enough. See, they can hear 9 just
Okay,
great.
okay.
We loud.
Okay, we loud.
We loud.
So I'm the guy who talks softly and carry a big stick. You don't hear that? So now, question. Okay, so that's how the cigar, I guess exposure. How did it really become your passion? Because on your last question, I could feel a lot of the passion in what you were saying. So when did it really kind of grab you and say, man, this is great?
Well, for me, I'm an information-based type of person, and so I just love to research and get more data, get more information. So in between learning about cigars, and most people are like, oh, women, you should start off with sweet cigars and all of this other jazz. Well, that's not me. Ain't nothing sweet like that I need a soft little cigar to kind of get the pleasure of a cigar. So,
Gotcha.
So the more I started seeing people were forcing women to kind of want to smoke acid wines or the blueberry Tatianas and stuff, I'm like, well, that doesn't sit for all women. So that's not, that's wrong. That's misleading us. That's not properly giving us proper guidance and direction. And so I felt like we needed a voice. And so other people were other female smokers, such as Octavia, who is in Atlanta. She would have Atlanta Cigar Week, and she would have a thing called She Smokes Too. And so I saw she used to do a lot of different educational background things about cigars and stuff too. So that's why I started blogging about it, just to get more information from a women's perspective. Because initially it wasn't. Yes, there's always women that's always sexy. There's always going to be that in any genre or era of industry. So you do have the cigar models per se, but it wasn't a lot of women providing information how to properly smoke a cigar, how to properly cut a cigar, how the different regions of where cigars come from, Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic, so on and so forth, even here in the United States. There's a gentleman, Paul Allen, that I have a good friendship with. He's a book author. His family owns tobacco fields here in North Carolina, and he lives in Canada. They also have tobacco fields there. So him and I became good friends, and I talked about his book, and I carried his book in my store. So basically, that's how the passion came about, because I didn't want women to feel like intimidated, like you can't walk into a humidor at any cigar shop and feel like somebody's going to chastise you if you don't feel comfortable, or they're going to force you with a sweet stick. We don't want a sweet stick. I don't.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to ask that same question, or a similar question too. I've seen whenever I walk into a lounge, there's a lot of times where as soon as somebody comes out from behind the counter and they see a female, they point them directly to the Tatianas, to the acid lines, figuring that this is geared towards women. Now, I've personally known a lot of women that really don't like sweet sticks. They're down for like, the Liga Bravada lines.
I mean, that's
like something nice,
strong,
full.
I love those. I mean, that's have a better flavor profile for me. I mean, all women probably don't like it. A lot of women do like the Tatianas and those, but that doesn't work for me and many women who are friends that I smoke. We like full body.
But I appreciate that because, you're telling me, yes, women aren't necessarily geared for what you want to push to us.
Exactly.
We have our own taste buds.
We
want to gravitate to something like, we're not in a candy shop. We're in a cigar shop. Give me a cigar.
That is right.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you brought that up as well. That's why I think, let me go on that.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show you, everybody got their own different palate and what have you. It's not a gender-based thing.
That is correct.
It's definitely a personal preference.
Correct.
And, hey, shame on the ones who want to, refer you over to the sweet cigar. I bet you their jaw drop when you go in and start spitting some knowledge.
Right.
They'd be like, whoa, hold up.
Now I feel like the man on Coming to America. See, that is my favorite thing, because for me, I didn't want to just ever be looked at only as like, oh, a cute girl that smokes cigar. Not to my own horn saying I'm cute, but honey, I'm cute. But anyhow, so I didn't want that, just that base. So I wanted to have a full knowledge base. I wanted to know about the tobacco, the whole body of the cigar, being the wrapper, the binder, the filler, all of that, how the head of the cigar, how you cut it, the flip, how you toast it. I wanted to know everything, because I didn't want men to be like, okay, when you smoke cigar, you just being cute or responsible. No. Let me tell you a little thing.
I'm a little bit more depth than that.
Right. And a lot of women are, so that's where we want that equal, opportunity with it being male dominant. It is male dominant because there's more men who are cigar makers in the industry. But there are a lot of women cigar smokers, a lot of true women cigar smokers.
Nice. So, my next question for you, and I think you already answered. You already mentioned one. But I would like to know, what is your top 5 cigars?
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Well, of course, Liga provides right now I'm smoking a Cardigan Maduro. I love Christoph cigars. Anything Maduro, I love. I love AJ Fernandez cigars. Karen Berger is my girl, so I love her cigars. I mean, there's just so many. It all depends on my mood and what I'm in the feeling and mood for. And even with me, like I don't necessarily always have to have alcohol when I have my cigars. Sometimes I just like to, especially if it's a new one. I always suggest that you don't necessarily smoke with a clean palate, so therefore you can get the full profile of the cigar, and you can have a proper decision if it's something you like. And maybe you might smoke it once or twice before you really get that full feeling for it. Because sometimes I smoke cigars for the first time and it wasn't necessarily all the bells and whistles that people might have said, and then I might have smoked it later, and then I get a better introduction to it.
Yeah.
And,
So you've had that feeling of don't believe the hype as well.
Oh yeah, don't believe the hype. And the most expensive is not always the best.
And there you go too.
Exactly.
I mean, we've talked about that on previous shows.
Yes.
But we've had some steaks that are what, $5, $6?
Yeah.
And they'll roll away a $20 steak.
Oh yeah.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not about with us. It's not about the prestige. Oh, I'm smoking a $30 cigar. So what?
Right.
So what?
You know,
Exactly.
That $30 cigar is probably going to give you less of an impression.
You mentioned the $30
Yeah,
cigar.
yeah.
But you've seen that
cigar.
But you've seen that $5,000 cigar with wrapped
Yeah,
in
with
gold.
and
I was
all
like,
that. Yeah,
Was that
I
the
saw
Gurkha? His Majesty, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
$5,000.
If I got $5,000, I'm not spending it on a cigar.
Oh no, but on one cigar.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm spending that on multiple cigars. Especially me, I like to smoke every day, so that's not going to work.
Exactly.
That's not going to work.
And also, if you in a different city, some cigars are more expensive. So some $8, $10 ones that we have here in North Carolina. We were just in Vegas. I got a rude awakening that some can be $38 and $50. So people thinking they're getting an expensive cigar. And at the end of the day, that's not always the case.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, don't believe the hype. Do your own research. Just like when you watch a movie, you can't believe what everybody says. You gotta see it for yourself. You gotta smoke it for yourself.
Exactly. So you mentioned earlier, I think you kind of mentioned, I think you like to have a clean palate. I know I need to probably talk louder. That you like to, smoke sometimes with a clean palate. But for some of our viewers, though, are there any type of pairing recommendations that you will offer when smoking maybe a certain cigar? Maybe let's talk about your top 5. If I mention, boom, leader number 9, what do you like to pair that with?
Well, see, it's all going to be based on you. I mean, it's going to be based on your mood and what you feel. I mean, some people are bourbon drinkers, some people are rum drinkers, some people are scotch drinkers. So it's kind of hard to say. But for me, I'm a whiskey girl, so I'm going to get the Uncle Nears, I'm going to get the Jack Daniels, or I might just have hot tea. Really?
Okay. See, we
haven't heard hot tea.
We haven't.
We heard you.
We heard you. Mountain Dew,
Mountain
Dr. Pepper,
Coca-Cola.
Yep.
The good Coca-Cola.
The Mexican one.
Bam. That's made with the cane sugar.
But tea.
Yeah, tea is great with cigars without sugar. Just a nice clean tea, green tea, black tea. Just have a nice hot one with your cigar early in the morning, midday. That's perfect. It's a good combination.
Now, to go along with the pairing, we talked a little bit, me and Will, in a previous episode, that, well, for us, the cigar is part of the experience.
Correct.
Okay? So you got your pairing. We also talked about pairing music.
Now that is my lingo.
Setting the mood with the whole ambiance of everything.
Yeah.
What's some of the things you have in your rotation when you like sitting out on your deck, or maybe chilling with us in the Cigarage, or what have you?
Right.
So what sort of music genre that you like to ease in your chair, light one up, and chill?
Yeah. Well, most of the times, of course, it's going to be some good rap. I'm an old head, but I don't hate the young ones.
We talking about
some track now.
Okay, we talking about the rap that we know the words.
Well, I know the words of both. I can go 80s, 90s, and spit it all. But of course, I love rap, love jazz. I love to play Quiet Storm platforms I like to put on the YouTube that have like sea and sitting at a cabin. They have the log playing and all of that, the fireplace.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice and relaxing. Because I work full time and I have the business. So when I get home, it's a late evening. So generally, when me and my husband are on the patio, we generally just playing some good chill stuff, because it's late and I like to hear what the little animals out there doing. It scares me to death, but I like to hear. As long as he's outside, I can sit out there. But if I have to sit out there by myself, honey, you can forget about it.
So you mentioned your business,
Mm-hmm.
and you turned your passion actually
Right.
into a business.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of walk us through that journey and that process,
Mm-hmm.
because I know there's a process of getting some type of I don't know, certifications or what have you for it. So just kind of walk us through, your business.
Mm-hmm. Well, but business is business. You have to do the normal business structure, become either LLC or sole proprietor. Again, initially I was just sole proprietor before I did the LLC. Then I just kept growing, and I've always had the website. So I actually was selling just apparel, which was cigar T-shirts, cigar slogans, Brothers of the Elite, Queen of Cigars, Cigar Snob, all kind of different stuff with the lingo and the slogans of different cigar PSSIT, was the smoke in the air, all of it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not a real T-shirt wearer, and so it kind of was like, okay, I don't want to be just stuck in T-shirts. I wanted to do more than just the T-shirts, so I started adding in the fashion. And of course, being a cigar smoker and the name of the business being Red Lips and Cigar Sticks, I wanted to keep the two married, being as the fashion and the cigars. And so as the business started growing, I was able to move from the home of doing everything in my house to having a space that I'm in now here in Matthews. And from there, I just kept it growing. And then I was like, okay, it's time to add the cigars. I'm at this point now, I feel like we can do that. So you just go through your normal steps with Secretary of State, NCDOR, all the steps that it provides. You have to have provide your application, you pay your fees, then you get your certificate, which is your OTP license or tobacco license. You want to do all of it, and you renew that every month. You have to pay your taxes for whatever you order, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. After that, you order through your direct wholesalers who you get your cigars from. Most of my stuff comes from Santa Clara. So there's different vendors that you can use who you get your membership with once you have your license, and you can order directly through them. For me, I'm like, if I don't even sell a whole box, it's fine, because I'm still spending less for my own personal cigars than I would going to the store or a shop or lounge purchasing them. Wholesale and buying my own box myself, so.
Well, I tell you what, that's awesome. It wouldn't work for me, because I probably smoke up all the daggone.
But you'll have to buy a lot more.
Well, do me a favor, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share for our viewers, if they want to go ahead and look at your store? I think you might have a website, and they can order products or what have you. Would you be able to shout that out?
I sure will. So first of all, do make sure you are following me on Instagram and Facebook. It's Red Lips and Cigar Sticks, spelled just like how it sounds. Red, R-E-D, Lips, L-I-P-S, and spelled out Cigar Sticks. And then the website is redlipsandcigarsticks.com. So make sure you are plugged in. Stay tuned. I do a lot of talking myself about cigars. I'm always showing different pairings that I have in my own cigars, and the different cigars in-house in our in-house studio showroom. And of course, my ladies out there, my sisters of the league, you got a lot of events coming up. It's summertime. You want to be sexy and fine for your date, for your man, while you're going out smoking your cigars. I got the dresses for you, honey. Come get into it.
Love the plug. Love it.
Well, that's awesome. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn it over to my man, Will. And also, too, see if we have any questions that might have popped up that we would like to ask either Nye or you or me. Has anything popped up?
Oh, man, this chat has been flowing.
Oh,
flowing.
Fire!
It's really hard trying to keep up with everything. And
but let's go get a couple of questions in.
So, yes, this is the 75 motherfucking duck shirt.
No!
Drew Estate terrible. Will, he signed it, had to wear it, even had a new hat made for the event. It's Drew Estate. If you couldn't tell, yes, I am a Drew Estate fan.
Yes, yes.
I'm glad you are too. Man, we're gonna enjoy some sticks at some point. It's really hard to keep up with YouTube, but on the Facebook page, I mean,
Let's
we've
talk about
been.
Facebook.
So they're asking me about this Penelope. So I did pick up the Penelope, thanks to Kenneth Von Dragon. It is a barrel strength that is 118.8 proof. It's pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is real good. I'm glad I started with that because I know I told you guys I'm gonna do a mezcal, which my favorite, and believe it or not, my wife's favorite, is the Joven by Ilegal. This mezcal, crystal clear. I mean, look at this. Like, you can see through this bottle. It is amazing. So I'll be smoking an old-fashioned without the bourbon, but putting the mezcal in it. So it'll be a smoked mezcal old-fashioned.
So you said bourbon.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm so used to it. You know what I mean? It's like, I know a couple people.
We don't have to cut you off, do we?
Tell me, man, come on.
I'm drinking a sarsaparilla.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers. And you know, the Sisters of the Leaf,
Yes.
really getting a good voice,
Yes.
especially on our show,
Yes.
and putting down like some real knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is come on. We like a small show at the moment. And
Guys, to put it in rap terms, she was spitting bars. All right? She was definitely spitting some bars. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I already see, you made me forget what I was gonna say. So Hayden Kenna, who told me to pick up any Penelope, obviously not the crappy ones, because I had a choice of two. I think I shot him a text or whatever. And I said, you know what? For an extra $20 to go from an 80 proof to 118.8, I'm gonna go for that extra $20 and get an 18.8 because,
Exactly.
bro, this is fire. Like, I'm loving it. It's got a little bite to it, but it's more on the front end, not on the back end. And man, the smell is good. It's one of those when you pick it up and you just take that whiff before you take that sip. It's smooth. It's smooth. It's got a little bite on the front end, like I said. But you know, cheers. Thank you, Ken.
Well, I tell you what. I think you said you wanted to do a smoke something or another. Go ahead and drop one of those down and show our viewers
how it's done.
How it's done.
All right, let me do that. Let me grab a fresh glass.
I'm feeling left out over
There you
here.
go. How we get it
You know what?
Hey,
I'm feeling left out.
look, get a glass.
You know
Get
what?
a glass from now.
I'm gonna get a glass from now. We're gonna do it together. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Got me empty over here.
Yeah, somebody feeling empty. That can't happen.
I want to taste the 118 proof.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Okay.
Would you like a mezcal old fashioned first, or would you like the Penelope first?
Oh, no, I'm going to go with your presentation.
All right, so we're gonna pop
So we're
this
gonna
open.
do a mezcal first, and then we might go ahead and get Penelope into rotation.
And unlike somebody I know, Frankie Drinks, I'm gonna call you out on this. I don't measure, I go by eye. I mean, I haven't bartended since I was in my 20s, and that was a few days ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
a few
we're
days.
gonna throw some old-fashioned mix in here, and then the piece de resistance is gonna be thrown in the smoker. We're gonna put some chips in here.
Now, what chips are we gonna be using?
We're gonna be
on this?
using hickory chips. It's giving that nice hickory smoke. I'll be doing a KFC. Hopefully, at some point, Kel will join me in the KFC
Wow.
because there is nothing better. And you know how we were talking about pairing?
Mm-hmm.
For me, personally, a KFC by Drew Estate, which is a Kentucky Fire Cured. I'm sorry, I'm kind of leaving that out. With a mezcal, which is originally has that smoky flavor, you know, from this. It's kind of made from the same stuff as tequila, but it's got a more earthiness to it, and it pairs, like we were saying, pairing. It pairs beautifully. You ready for the show?
I'm ready for the show.
Now, guys,
Bring it on.
that was earthy, not wolf.
Not wolf.
Earthy.
So I made sure this was in the camera so you can see how nice and smoky this gets. And you only got to leave it in there for like not even 30 seconds. It'll fill that glass up. You can't even see the glass. So this is that hickory smoke. You can see that glass. I'm going to pop mine in. Continue that. And now,
That's nice.
yeah, take a nice smell of that before you even taste.
For yours or?
You know what? We can.
Okay. Thank you.
And here we go.
I'm gonna
nice
raise
smokiness to it.
my Shirley Temple.
Cheers, Nye, and thank you for joining.
Absolutely.
See, this is what we do here in the Cigarage.
Man,
Oh,
guys, tell me how that hit.
how's that hit you? How's that working with that?
That is good.
You hear that, people? It is good.
That's very nice.
That's very nice.
Very
Smooth.
nice. Smooth.
Smoky.
It doesn't have a kickback to it.
It's
subtle.
It's subtle,
Mm.
but that smell from the hickory,
Yes,
and you get like a slight taste.
Yeah, you almost, it's almost like a smoking meat, you know?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the smell.
yeah, like a barbershop.
Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a KFC?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see yourself having a KFC with
I
that?
sure can.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And with that,
that's very good.
Well, I'm going to continue to smoke. I'm smoking on my father, the judge,
the judge,
Mhm.
good stick,
with
good
my
stick.
sarsaparilla.
Very nice. Very nice.
Sarsaparilla. Tell them what you're actually drinking. Come on now.
All right, well, I'm actually drinking the Forester's, Old Forester's 1910. And again, for me, I like to keep the bandwidth in the 90s. I do 90 proof. I do have a couple of things that's above that. Maybe on future episodes, I'll probably drink that 1792 full proof, which kicks up to, I think, 126. But believe it or not, it doesn't have a bite to it. This Old Forester is nice and smooth, a little subtle bite, but it is a good sipping bourbon, especially when I'm pairing it with the My Father.
See?
Yep.
You got your
Yep.
pairing going on.
Yep.
So get this.
And
My
I got
boy-
Cube Ice in it, the big block.
The big block.
Yep,
Yeah.
Open it up.
I mean, that's a big block. So got a few people shouting out. Eddie, my man Eddie up in Maryland. Somebody put a cheeseburger on that fire.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I got Unctuous by Douglas Schroed. Got a pit of Funk of Mezcal with the Funk of KFC. 100. And yes, it is a fire ring. Man, and I'm looking at some of the comments on Facebook. I got Shock Proof 99, bro. You're hitting it up. That Old Forester 1920 is a fave, huh?
Yes.
There you go. See, I knew it's gonna happen.
Quick question for old Shockproof. I don't know if you're coming to Charlotte next week for the Q convention,
Oh, yeah.
but my brother is definitely going to be there. So let me know if you're going to roll up and see if I can hook you up with him. Who else we got on YouTube? Anybody?
On YouTube, gotta check. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I've been paying attention.
Yeah, I mean,
Multitasking over there.
Facebook is his thing, so he's leaving, he's kicking my joint to the curb.
Not really. Not
What?
really. Come on.
Come
now.
on, YouTube.
Oh, so I got a question from Jason Everhart. Ask Nye what type of sticks she smokes on the regular.
Oh, what's your rag stick?
What's your regular stick?
Liga Provider is one of my favorites. CAO Brazilians, definitely one of my
Hold on.
favorites.
Let me stop you. The Liga Privada.
Mhm.
It's got a long line.
Yeah, number 9.
Which number 9?
Okay.
See, you and I,
my
we
favorite.
there on the
Yes.
9.
Me too.
Yes,
Okay.
I love the 9. I love CAO, all of them. I love those. I mean, it's just so many. It just always depends on my mood.
You know, and that's
Everything
what I
about
think
mood
we've
feeling.
talked about that before.
Mhm.
It kind of depends on your mood
Yeah.
and what you're sipping on
Right.
sometimes.
Mhm.
Like I said, that's why I gave you that
Yeah.
mezcal
Yeah,
old
this is
fashioned
so nice.
with a KFC
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Oh, it just hits different.
Mhm.
And I know I had mentioned to a bunch of guys that what was it? The double shot bourbon cream by Southern Star.
Mm.
You have that with any of the tobaccos.
Mhm.
But our fave was a Macanudo coffee espresso cigar
Oh yeah.
with that bourbon cream. Oh my Lord, it's like a world. It's like a world on its own.
Wow.
And I know Craig is also watching,
Mhm.
and he's a big Arturo Fuente fan,
Oh, okay.
and he's had some Cohibas.
Mhm.
We've been here one night. We had a Cohiba, and somebody had said, "Try it with what was it? Captain Morgan Spice Rum." And I was like, "Really? Like Captain Morgan Spice Rum? Bring me back to my
Yeah,
20s. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like what you could afford back in the day." But I was like, you know what? I'll give that a shot.
Mhm.
Mind blowing.
Really?
Mind blowing. Like the flavors
Mhm.
came out. Like every time you took a sip from the Captain Morgan,
Uh-huh.
and then you went to have a little smoke, you're like, damn,
Wow.
really? It just brought out those flavors.
Really?
It's just, and that's been my whole journey is trying to pair cigars with liquors, with little cocktails, drinks, whatever it is. It's just an amazing journey, and I love
It's
it.
a great journey.
And I love it.
Mhm. You said Macanudo. I love the vintage. That is my favorite. I
Oh,
love
okay.
that big band that comes
Yes.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
see?
I feel like I'm somebody.
We got you coming out on different sticks. Okay. Okay.
All right, so look, I got a couple more. My man Kenny Gomez, he asked me what I was smoking. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. I am smoking the My Father, the Judge. Yeah, my man Shockproof hit us up earlier. Cotton Gin Prince, a nice shirt. Yeah, I'm
On me though,
Oh,
because
was
my
it
man
Oh.
made the shirt.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm rocking the Outcast shirt. I'm repping the ATL. Oh Lord. So let's see here. Jason, don't get high on your supply. Oh man. Okay. All right, Shaku, good. You'll be there. Remind me. I'll go ahead and send your DM. Like I said, my brother is going to be coming up there. He's a Q dog from Panama City. Will, what are you smoking now? So you know, Will is smoking the KFC.
The KFC.
Yep, and I'm smoking the like I said, My Father, the Judge.
And I'm smoking cardigans.
Cardigans
And
on.
I'm smoking
Nice.
cardigans. So guys, look, keep those comments coming in. Look, this is our first live show. I'm so excited that we had the opportunity to do a live show.
Yeah.
We also had the opportunity to have you come on the show to share some knowledge, spit some bars from a female perspective, because I think that was always something that we always talked about that we wanted to do, to have another perspective come out here. And I mean, we knocked it out the park in that regard. So again, thank you for taking time out of your day to come and speak with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And this drink, yes, gotta add this on to the top.
And I'm telling you, and this comes from my wife, who's tried a few of my mezcals, and she says this ilegal, which is the joven, which means young.
Oh, okay.
So you don't really need an aged mezcal.
Oh.
You don't need to pay for that extra aging like they do with bourbons, you know, with like 12-year age scotch, 18-year-old. Go for the young ones, crystal clear. It's smooth as hell. She can drink it just as is.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nice.
And now I gotta give you like a little background. Wife's Dominican, so she likes, you know, the rums and all that stuff coming from her. She's a tequila girl. Okay, She loves her coffee tequilas.
Oh, okay.
But when I turned her on to the mezcal, she really loves this mezcal. And that's why I figured, let me feature that on the show, being live. Let me mix it up. Let me put it in the smoker. Let me show people, like, this is what you could do to a drink other than, just having it regular.
Right. It's good to have different exposure and different introductions to things. It changes everything. Like, this changed the game for me. Changed the game.
But you know what it is also? It's like, you're here for the first time. You're having a new experience. And I'm glad I was able to offer a new experience
It really
to you
is.
as well.
Absolutely.
It is about the experience, you guys. Just always know that. Don't always try to, really truly, it's no bad cigar. It's always a better cigar.
Yeah.
But if you do have one that you don't like, just go ahead and let it sit and let it burn on out, and then just do a different one. Try a different one. Don't force yourself to continue to smoke one if you don't.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I don't want, our viewers to think like I'm biased on something. If it's a bad cigar, you got to light it 3 times. You got to use a draw tool. You're working.
Right.
Cigar is meant to be enjoyed and relaxed.
Right. In the process.
Why am I working?
Right.
On a cigar. I'm like, if I got to light it 3 times, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I've tossed plenty.
Me too.
I was like, you know what? There's another cigar in the lineup.
And
I can toss this. I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't working for this.
Exactly. Now that puts me one cigar that I cannot smoke, and that's the Lanceros.
Oh.
I don't like those.
You don't like Lanceros? Here we go, people. This is it.
To keep them lit. I don't like it.
I smoked my first Lancero.
You've had the wrong Lanceros.
I cannot stand them.
So check this out. Next time, we're going to hook you up with a nice Lancero. Because I smoked my first one last week, and it was butter.
Really?
Yes.
And it's lit.
Lit.
Yeah.
The dry draw was
First, second, and third. You was on.
First, second, and third. Boom.
Oh, he was in.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, and I quizzed him on it too.
Wow.
He was in.
It was that Trinidad.
It was a
Oh,
Trinidad.
okay. Yeah, they have really good cigars.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
No, but here's the thing. It all depends on which Lancero
Okay.
you got.
Okay.
Just like any stick.
Okay.
Am I right?
That is true.
So there's certain Lanceros that I'll gravitate to, and I love the Lanceros. I feel like you get more of a flavor because of the length and the smaller gauge. You get more of that flavor.
I feel that's
And-
a bigger gauge.
Do you really? Okay. See, I'm the reverse of that.
You said the town boy should.
There we go. There we go. I love it. I love it.
Oh,
Man,
Lord.
I can't thank you enough for coming down tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh my God, I'm loving it. I don't want to, draw this out. I mean, we can keep
No,
going.
no.
I don't mind.
Now, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay.
I think we've been on for about 45 minutes.
Oh,
Again, I want to thank everybody on both platforms, Facebook and also YouTube, for joining in on our live performance. And continue to send those comments and what have you. Also, if you want to send me a comment outside of the 2 platforms, you can email both Will and I on handlebars and cigars at gmail.com. That's handlebars and cigars at gmail.com. So we're gonna go ahead.
Round sound.
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up for today. For me, like I said, Cal, Handlebars and Cigars, my man Will
From the Cigarage.
from the Cigarage, and our lovely guest, Nye.
That's right. Hit me up. Red lips and cigar sticks.
Hit her up on Red Lips and Cigar Sticks. We're gonna wrap this up today, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we're gonna keep this train rolling. I think we got a lot of good things down in store for you guys, and some more special guests in store for you too as well. So again, thank you for coming on board. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a part of our journey. Like I like to end all of our broadcasts, I like to say, guys, I want y'all to be happy, be healthy, be safe, but more important, I want you to be easy. Until next time, we catch you later. Y'all be good and stay smooth.
Peace, peace, peace.
Love you guys. And whatever comments we did not get to, I'm sure I'll hit you up, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is.
Oh, now
I'm
you
gonna-
done had too much.
Yeah, see, damn it, cut up. We should keep this rolling.
We should
Hey, you know what? Hold on. Wait. If we should keep this rolling, let me hear you on YouTube. Let me hear you on Facebook. You tell me.
The block was
This is a real deal now, y'all.
Yeah, this is kind of like going into the after show.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I'm gonna have to get up and turn both of these lives off.
All right, guys.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
I can't thank you guys enough.
One love.
One love.
Peace. Thank you, guys.